Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're going to look at a brand new product from Chanel. In addition to the Chanel #1 collection, a collection I admit I love. This is the Chanel #1 Skin Enhancer. We're going to try it on, we're going to play with it, and we're going to take a look at it in 2 different lightings. This is a $60 product and it comes in 3 shades. I picked up the shade Soft Pink, which you will see in the demo I was a little bit worried about, but I do think it works out really, really well. For those of you with migraines and allergies, we know this from Chanel. There's a little burst of a floral scent. When you first open it and apply it, it disappears pretty much right away, but it is there. They are a perfume house, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. The purpose of the Skin Enhancer is to revive skin's radiance, says Chanel, while protecting against the environment and giving a luminous finish. They claim, and I don't know if this can be proven, Chanel, but they claim that repeated use will reduce skin imperfections. You know, it has skincare ingredients in it, but I am kind of thinking that everything that we put on our skin these days really does. All right, when does this go on and how do you use it? Well, Chanel says that after you put on your skincare in the morning or whenever you're putting on your makeup, use your fingers. I mean, you could use a brush or a sponge, but use your fingers, put it on the forehead, the nose, and the chin, and work outwards, and you can wear it on its own just for a luminous finish to the skin, or with foundation, mixed in with foundation or foundation over. And today in the demo, we are going to try it with a corresponding Chanel #1 foundation, which is one of my absolute favorite foundations. Now, we will talk about this at the end of the video. This is akin to the Victoria Beckham Beauty, the glowing, especially the golden glow primer that she did with Augustina Spatter. This is akin to the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Liquid, but that's much thicker. The Auric is much thicker, the Glow Lust, and the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Finish is also a little bit thicker. This is more in consistency, a little bit like the Victoria Beckham Beauty. This one comes in 3 shades, however, whereas the Victoria Beckham product comes in kind of a natural translucent and a golden. I was worried that this would be way too light for my skin, but you are getting a sneaky peek of it already, and it's just fine. They are such translucent, pretty shades. Let's take a look at this on my arm, and then I got some nice shade and sunlight looks outside already before filming. Okay, so here it is, just kind of in a big old blob. This is that pink shade, and I'll take a brush here and just kind of smooth it out a little bit so you can see, and you'll see that outside too. So I left it in a blob on the skin up top, and then I just smoothed it out. If you can see underneath, I'm pointing it out to you because it is very gentle and kind of transparent. Let's go outside now into the warm, let me say this, hot. Let's go outside into the hot California sunshine. Take a look at it here on my arm, and I'm going to switch my arm right from shade into brighter sunlight so you can kind of see it both ways. Okay. In the demo, we are also going to apply this as a basic highlighter over. I think that's almost not really necessarily. I mean, you can do that with this product, and I think we do it quite effectively, but I don't know if I would purchase it just as an over makeup highlighter, you know. And then after the demo, let's talk a little bit about what this does for your makeup wardrobe and who should be purchasing this, okay? Let's go to the demo right now. Okay, we're gonna give the Soft Pink a try. I'm a little nervous. I was talking to Celeste, a member of the community here as well, over on DM, and she got 1 shade up, and I thought, oh, I got the wrong shade. She assured me it was sheer, so let's see. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit on my hand, which you've already seen, and then, well, it says to just use your fingers, so let's try it. Okay, just gonna kind of put it around and rub it in. I have the Chanel #1 foundation here, so we're gonna try them together. Okay. If I look a tad bit orange, I must admit to you that I did do a bit of color correcting because I like to do that before foundation. So I just have a little bit of color corrector around the dark pits of despair on the sides of my eyes. And that's it. Ooh, I used a lot of this. Okay, let's see what we think. So Chanel says that if I wanted to do kind of a light makeup day, and this shade is fine, good. Chanel says that if I want to do a kind of light makeup day, that I could just leave it like this. What do you guys think? Okay, well, let's try a little bit of my Chanel No. 1 foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations. Now again, I don't know if I've said this in the rest of the video, but if I did not, please note that both of these Chanel products have a tiny little Chanel-like gentle, feminine and sweet burst of fragrance when you open them up and put them on the skin. I'm a little silly today. This I will use the brush for, and I will have the shade noted. This is, I think, BR22. It's a little bit of a light shade for me, and the my sales associate at Chanel Beauty chose this for me accurately just to brighten up my complexion, and I do think it does. So maybe it kind of works with that pink, the lightest shade of this illuminator. All right, let's see. I still have some left on my hand here, making a little bit of a mess. All right, let me use my hands to kind of put it in. There it is with it over. I think I actually could have almost worn it on its own. I don't really tend to wear illuminating products on their own, however. Okay. I just like to use my hands to just kind of press everything in, and the rest of my makeup isn't on. So you have to use your imagination a little bit. Okay, I do have another clean Sonia G brush here. I've been using Sonia G, and I have two little spots on my hand. Let me take some of this little illuminator and just kind of put it over and see how it acts kind of as a natural highlight over the foundation as well. Don't know if I would choose to use it that way. That's kind of the complexion done. Let me add a little bit more Chanel products on and get myself together a little bit here. And let's see what we think when it's all put together. Stay right there. Okay, here is the finished look. I'm really quite pleased with it, actually. Really happy with it. And I got to pull out that Chanel face palette from a season or two ago that I've always loved and I haven't looked at in a while, so I think it works. And I'm actually really happy with the shade I chose. I'm interested in the other two shades as well. So should you buy this? Well, let's ask a few questions. Do you have something like this already in your makeup collection? Yeah, probably. Do you have one from Chanel though? Well, you know what I mean? Like, and I have the illuminating fluid, but it's not the same. This really is for all over the face, and it's part of the No. 1 collection, which is a collection I really like. So it's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to whether you want to indulge in it, whether you are a fan of the brand Chanel Beauty, and whether you like the No. 1 and you kind of are a collector. For me, this is a definite yes, not because I'm just telling you to throw your money around. For me, I love Chanel Beauty, and the No. 1 foundation is one of my favorite, albeit a tiny bit fragrance. So it's always not the first one I recommend because I do have viewers with the migraines and allergies and whatnot. I think the fragrance kind of goes away, and I forgive Chanel because they are a perfume house. But I just like them together. I like the luxurious feel of using them, the packaging, and the fact that this comes in so many interesting shades. I know that when you take something like the Hollywood Flawless Filter, that it comes in many shades as well, but they're kind of skin tone shades. I just like the fact that this is kind of pinky and I like the three shade choices, I really do. And I think that they're so subtle that you can use them and build them. I actually did like, I surprised myself, the look of this on my face alone. So that's kind of the questions you have to answer. But if you're buying it to fill a hole in your makeup wardrobe, that's probably a hole that's not there with this kind of a product. And I have to, hats off to Charlotte Tilbury, as she kind of was the first. This is thinner than that. This reminds me a little bit more of the Victoria Beckham Beauty product, just a little bit more actually than anything else. But I need to hear what you guys say and if you ordered it. For me, I think it's a beautiful product and I will definitely use it a lot, even in that pinker shade, especially with the brighter shade of foundation that I went. I think they look really nice together number 1, and number 1. But this is where you weigh in. Tell me what you think. It's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow. Come and say a big hello over on TikTok and Instagram too. Plus, I'm over on Threads now, actually. Oh, the list is just getting longer and longer. Don't forget, you can become a bigger part of this community by becoming a channel member for behind the scenes stuff and real gossipy weekly members only lives, and by giving super thanks. But in any way that you choose to be here, I am thrilled to have you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.